Morning, morning, morning. Have I got a story for you? It's a bit long. I'm going to try and condense it. There's a guy, he got in the car. He's a bit tipsy. He said, never drink with the Irish. That was his quote for that journey. But anyway, he said he wanted to do interviews. He's a DJ. But he also deals, it's like insurance broker and those kind of things. He's 37, but he actually looks like his early 20s. So he's looking really good, to be honest. Now, he starts to talk about his relationship and he's like really thing, and he said it's like he just wants to get the story out, but he wants to record it. But because he's tipsy, I don't want it, because if he's drunk, I don't interview drunk people because they say things that they regret later on and they ask you to delete the episode or whatever, and it's a lot of issues, so it's just better. So I'm going to reiterate his story the best I can based on what he's just told me. So anyway, he's with this Taiwanese lady, and he's been with her for 10 years. He says that she just wants him for her visa. He said that they were living together and they were renting, and then she went back, took him back to their country, and he said Taiwanese people really aren't really keen on black people, but when he got back there they really loved him. Now she said to him that her family are very poor, they drive taxis for a living, and when he got there, they were in big hotels and living a lavish life and all that. But everybody's looking at him strange, like, what? And somebody brought him aside and said, what? I don't know what you've done to this woman. Whatever you've done, keep on doing it, because she used to be really, really wild, and now she's calmed down, she's really mellow. Anyway, so they come back to England, and then the mum turns around and says, can you help my daughter buy a flat? Well, I'm looking at that and I say, well, that's quite strange, because if you're living together, surely buy a place together. Topic for conversation. You can put your comments in the bit down below. But anyway, he says he loves her, so he's helped her got the flat. He researched about buying flats and all this stuff, and he got her below the market value, but then the stamp duty was 25k. Don't know what kind of flat it is, so he gave her 25k on this flat. They moved, the deal was that they move into the flat, they're both living in the flat. Anyway, she went back to Taiwan, then came back, then stayed 6 months, and went back and stayed six months. Now during that period she got COVID really bad and she was locked in the house. So after that she turned around and said, listen, I don't really want to be with you, I only wanted to get the visa, I've got that now, blah blah blah, so you can leave. He's like, what? And so he broke it down for her. He said, if I leave this, that, and this, and also if I find somebody else, don't get upset, don't cause problems, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, they know each other. So, him being him, as he said, he ended up dating the woman 4 floors up. When the ex found out, she threw all this stuff out of the place and was really angry, and then broke the handle and said, called the police and said he tried to break in their place and all that. So they went to court. He was laughing. He knew he could claim half of the property, if not all, because he had put in money and he'd been paying bills and all those kind of things, and he is the one who arranged all the paperwork. But anyway, he said he's a Christian, so he believes in God, so he's not about that, and he's just going to leave her a thing. The judge just said, listen, his lawyer was ready to take her to the cleaners, but he said, no, leave her as she is. You know, God will deal with her, justice for all that kind of thing. So now he's he's living again upstairs. The judge told him, listen, just don't go to her floor, just pass her floor, go to your flat all the time. So he's doing that. Then he said this woman he's living with, the new woman, is a bit psycho. She's just going crazy. She threatened him with a knife. She's going thinking, and then she says, listen, I've got ADHD and I suffer from major depression. So she's phoning him at work. Where are you? So I'm at work. And he said his work didn't believe that she was really suffering from things, and nor did his brother and other people. But when they start to see how she's crazy and phoning up at work, and he's having to FaceTime, and she goes, oh, okay, so you're at work then. So when are you coming back? And how long are you going to be? And are you going to catch a taxi so it'll be quicker for you to get home? And she wouldn't let him sleep, and he's paying bills and doing all these things. So eventually he left, and they went back to the Taiwanese woman. But the Taiwanese woman only took him back, or allowed him to come back, because she broke her arm and she wasn't able to do things. So he's kind of been helping out and all these kind of things. So I'm talking to him and I'm saying, mate, you're really glutton for punishment here. You need to find it, just do your own thing, get your own flat. He said, I can get my own flat, but why should I get my own flat and I can live for free? I said, but weren't you paying rent in the other place? He said, yeah. Well, no, I wasn't, because I've got 25k in the flat. So why should I pay rent? So it's kind of really weird, because the judge said, and the lawyer said, you can get half of that place. Fair enough, you don't want it. You could have demand for your 25k back and gone about your business, but no, you want to put yourself in problem staying with that woman that's crazy or just wants a visa, or the other one upstairs, just for whatever. I don't know. I don't understand it. But I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this. Now, right now, I said, you know what? In 9 months' time, or however long it takes for her to, the Taiwanese woman, for her arm to heal, then she's going to kick you out again, unless you're going to break the other one. He said, don't worry, things can be arranged. This story's psycho. I hope you liked it. I'm interested to hear your comments. Put them in down below. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, and all of that, and share.